Yesterday was a total train wreck. They had to dig deep into my products. Basically, the small business is the one that's going to get screwed.
Now you've got it. Throw up your hands, boys. We're here for those guns. I give up. Hold on, I don't mean that.
All right, Holiday. You got the guts to play for blood?
I'm your huckleberry. Oh.
I see you moving. Billy, give me that gun.
Just take it, Wyatt. Go away and leave me to die.
And that was it. Frank McClowry, dead. Tom McClowry, dead. 19-year-old Billy Clanton, shot dead. Just 2 months after this gunfight, Virgil Earp was ambushed outside the Crystal Palace Saloon. A few shotguns went off, but he still refused to die. Crippled up pretty badly, he began to wander the West until death found him in Nevada, 1905. Not as lucky was Wyatt's younger brother, Morgan Earp. He was shot in the back and killed, playing a game of billiards up on Allen Street. It was March 19th, 1882, his brother Wyatt's birthday. The year 1887, this whole town began to fall apart. And after a lifetime of mostly bad decisions, tuberculosis caught up with yours truly up in Colorado. I don't care to talk about it. Wyatt Earp was the last man standing after all this. He'd spent his days traveling from Idaho to Alaska and finally ending up in Jazz Age Hollywood. searching for another chance to make things right again. But he never would find it. Death found him in Los Angeles, 1929, just ahead of his 81st birthday. Wyatt's final words, suppose. Suppose. Huh. And that, folks, was our show.
The four cowboys have gathered here in this narrow, vacant lot behind the OK Corral. Their best gunman, Frank McLowry, stands with his brother Tom. Ike Clanton, leader of the powerful Clanton gang, is accompanied by his kid brother Billy. They hope to confront Doc Holliday, who lives nearby in Fly's boarding house. Wyatt Earp and his brothers Virgil and Morgan Earp have just arrived, joined by Wyatt's good friend Doc Holliday. Virgil Earp, Tombstone's chief of police, orders the cowboys to put up their hands. In the next few seconds, nearly 30 shots will be fired. Both McLowry brothers and 19-year-old Billy Clanton will be killed. Virgil and Morgan Earp will fall, badly wounded. This bloody gunfight at the OK Corral was the climax of a bitter and often lawless struggle for political and economic control of Tombstone's riches. On one side were the local ranchers and cowhands, mostly Southern Democrats, who had long controlled Arizona territory.
They do kind of get helped out by all this other brownish stuff. So the brown stuff that you guys might notice all over the structures, is that. Multiple times a day. If I can do it, you can do it. All right, I think I might have you.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another studio vlog with me, Carolyn from Crafting with Glorious Purpose, where we make unique and custom gifts for you or for that someone special. This week is Market Week, technically tomorrow. This is my first day filming since back from vacation, so it feels like it's been an eternity since I've talked to you guys, but in reality, it really wasn't. This is the week of July the 6th. Today is actually the 8th. Yesterday was my son's birthday, so we spent it having some fun and going to Dave & Buster's and doing things. Hopefully you enjoyed the beginning of this vlog with the videos and stills from our trip to Arizona, and we had a blast. We did hit a record of the first day we were there at 112 degrees, which was hot, but not as bad as I was thinking it would be. I think we've had more humid days here where it was harder to breathe. But once you get into the hundreds, it's 100. So it was warm. I'm not gonna lie. Definitely took some getting used to. But we are back, and it is a beautiful rainy Tuesday here. But tomorrow is market day. It is supposed to be 83 and sunny. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a different day. We had a death in the family, and my husband and my son, we're still trying to figure out the logistics of how we're making this happen tomorrow, but I need to be there to be setting up at 3, so we're still deciding whether I will be going by myself to set up and then they will join me later. The service is an hour away, and I don't want to get stuck in rush hour traffic because we may not make it back in time. We need to be set up by 4:30 because the event starts at 5. So it's kind of putting me as a ball of nerves right now. But we'll make it through. I did a test setup this morning to see if I could put the tent up by myself, and I can. It took me about 10 minutes. And that was after troubleshooting how to get it out as wide as I could so I could get underneath it. But I think I figured out because it is it's supposed to be a one-person tent. So I just had to figure out how to do it myself. So I think I have that. And I got that done before the raindrops started. I am working on my table setup now, adding in Christmas items for this event. This event will be Christmas in July, and I have a lot of Christmas stuff left over, so I'm just going to bring some of that with me. But I think a lot of that's going to depend on how we're setting up. Like if I am by myself, I don't know that I'm torn because I need to do 3 tables. I need to have the small 4-foot in the middle and do the long 2 6s on the side. But setting up 3 tables by myself might be tough. So I'm going to see how it looks and then make a judgment call on what items I can take, what I should take and what I shouldn't take. And, also keep in the back of my mind, it's from 5 to 9. So it's a 4-hour show in the evening at a music farmer's market, not a true craft show. And, kind of maybe limit some of the stuff that I bring just to kind of give myself a little bit of grace in between because I don't know if I'm going to make it by myself. So yeah, I have testing that, and I need to make a table sign for my Christmas items. I'm trying to think of the percentage that I want to have the items marked down. I also don't want to give the store away for the Christmas items, only because I will have shows closer to Christmas that I would like to not have to replenish if, I'm giving them away at half price. I could sell them full price later in the year. So, I mean, even though they're seasonal, they're evergreen seasonal. They're not like something I need to get rid of. So, I do want to at least make some profit on them. And I also got an order for a towel. I sent a proof out for that. It was for a custom towel. And I am waiting to see if that's good. If it's good, then we're going to send that off before the weekend. And I need to switch out some shadow boxes because my last event was dog themed. So I want to make sure that I have some offerings that aren't just dogs. And then I think I'm in good shape. I'm kind of panicking because we do have a camping trip this weekend as well. And I haven't packed at all for that. So we're kind of chomping at the bit here to get things done. I mean, it was a full week of vacation. Our house is completely trashed. We got vacation stuff everywhere, but we knew we were going to need the bags for packing for camping, so that's still out. I have a table, I have a 2 6-foot table set up with stuff. We were doing some purging, changing out some furniture in my son's room, so we have furniture that doesn't go anywhere, that's just kind of hanging out. So I mean, it's a train wreck in here to move around. We also had another big order for my niece's t-shirts, so we have a whole stack over here of shirts that we pressed. I got to get stickers made for those and get them packaged up so that we can give that to them hopefully this weekend so she can start selling them. And yeah, and then I start back to work on Thursday, so we'll see how this goes. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Wednesday. It is market day. Yesterday was a total train wreck. I did not get to film what I wanted to do, which was kind of bring you along with the packing and all the, the good stuff. But I think I was off of my feet for maybe all of 5 minutes before I crashed hard last night. I got up early. Still didn't finalize my table. I'm still not happy with it. I went with a U shape, and I have all my Christmas and discounted stuff. So I have mystery bags and the Christmas stuff all on one side. The middle side I was going to leave for checkout, and then the right side is going to be all of the regular merch, my bandanas, my towels, my shadow boxes, and wristlets, and decals, and things like that. And then the checkout area will have my sticker book like always. But yeah, it's rough. Like I can see, like when you come from the right side and you look, it looks really good. There's different levels and things to look at in the right side. It's just I could not get it to how I wanted it. I think I got into my own head just because we have a funeral to attend to before, so that means I have to pack up everything this morning. So our show's from 5 to 9, set up as 3, funerals at 1. It's an hour away. Yeah, it's going to be, and there's possible rain. So we were having to leave here at 11, drive out for the funeral, come back, which makes for a hard day in itself. Losing family is never easy. And then coming back, setting up in a rush, possible rain, even better. And then getting home at 9, leaving no time to do anything else. And then tomorrow I start back at work. So it's going to be a very whirlwind day, where you feel like you blink and the day is over. So I'm going to try my best to film what I can. We packed up the car last night with the essentials, the tables, chairs, weights, canopy, the canopy sides, things like that. And then all the product is set up in the wagon, ready to go out when we're ready to leave, because I don't like to leave that stuff sitting in the car, especially with vinyl decals and stuff with the humidity. So that's why I'm like, this is going to be tough. It's going to be tough driving all the way out, all the way back, and then being out of the car, setting up, and yeah, it's going to be tough. So I will try to record what I can, but if not, I will definitely give you an update how things went tomorrow. We do still have the rest of the week. So I did cross things off my list. The only things that I did not get done for this market were the scratch up cards. I did get a working model of one, and I have no idea where I put them. But they turned out pretty good. I was kind of bummed with the stickers. They are a one and done, so as soon as you place them, they're done. But the only thing that I'm hoping is to try, since I do have a couple that are useless, when they put the tape on them. So they put the seal to keep it closed, and it peeled off the rub part. So I have one here that is completely not usable. All the rub off stuff came off with the piece of tape that was on it. So I'm going to use that one to see if it actually sticks to parchment paper. Maybe help me eyeball it a little better on my my cards. But I have an idea of what I want them to look like, so that might just have to be for the next show. I do have a lot going on with this one, so I'm giving myself a little grace and just saying, hey, it's done. I did get my order packed, and that will be going out. So thank you, Atreya, if you're watching. She ordered a custom towel with monogram, so that will be shipping out today, and we'll be hitting the post office on the way out the door today. But yeah, other than that, the long laundry list of things that I had on my list got completed. So I have all of my items in square. I actually made a table sign for my Christmas items, so I have that up. I did actually make a new bandana, which I was kind of happy about. And I got, actually we had an order for another decal for the school district baseball team. So I made that one, and we just need to deliver that one. And we also got 24-ish shirts done for my niece for her upcoming shows. We have some kid sizes that we made and then adult sizes. So we got all those packaged up last night, so we'll be delivering those today too. And then I did switch out the shadow boxes too. So those I basically kept all of them except for one. I took the cat out. I left the dog with the halo, and then the other dog that I had, that's just a plain dog, not a memorial one, just a plain dog. I switched that one out with my dragonflies. So I have, I think, 6 boxes that I'm going to put up, which is usually what I put anyway. I throw a 7th one in there if I have space. But I think I'm just going to leave that one at home because I got a lot of merchandise to put out. And I think that's the problem, is I'm not used to having this much stuff. And I think it's going to look a little overwhelming, but I also don't want to not have, it's almost like the 2 tables were not enough, but the 3 tables is too much space. So it's tough. I didn't want to cram everything onto 2 tables and then have it just be like a mosh of nothing. So I wanted to keep like the Christmas and July stuff separate. So things might change when I get there, when I'm laying them out. The weather might make that decision for me. And from what I can tell, the weather is going to be cloudy all day. It is going to be 80. But all the pop-up showers look like they're north and south of us. So I'm hoping that that stays the case, at least until we close at 9. And we're usually pretty quick at teardown. So if it wants to pour at like 10, that would be awesome. But if it can just hold off. We haven't had any luck with the last outdoor show. So I'm hoping that that's not going to be the trend for 2025. So, all right, I'm going to leave you. I have some other things I need to run around and do, load up the car, and then heading out the door. So hopefully the next time I see you, we will be at the market and not completely frazzled because we were late and stuck in traffic. So we'll see how it goes. We're all set up, ready to go.
Why is the black string base?
Hopefully the rain holds off. So we're starting to slow down. We're at about 8:20. There's not very many people walking around. The band's on a break right now, so we're just kind of waiting to see if any new people come through. But we got about half an hour, so we're still holding strong at the 14 sales, so we'll see. Hello everybody and welcome to Thursday. So it's the day after market. I have to start work here in about 20 minutes. Not looking forward to it. Especially after being off a week and basically a week and a half almost. But I wanted to give you an update on how the show went yesterday. So as you can see, we were at Moon Market yesterday for 5 to 9. We got there just on time. Like we had enough time to change from being at the funeral earlier in the morning. It started to sprinkle rain, but it was very, very, very light, almost like a mist. We were able to get the tent up and get everything in and at least one of the side walls before it really started to rain. We put all the walls on just to make sure. But all in all, it pretty much was just drizzles for maybe about a half an hour. And then it was cloudy, and then the sun ended up coming out around 7:38 and when it was starting to go down and set, which was great. It made for a very cool evening. It was a little muggy because you could tell it was trying to rain, but it didn't. So there was a little humidity, but overall it was pretty, comfortable. It wasn't like sun beating down on you and humidity. When we had gotten there, the event coordinator told us that we were going to be in the top lot, which we have not been. We've been to that market twice before, or not twice before, but 2 years now. And we're always in the bottom lot because the food vendors are usually on the top. And they actually put us up on the top, and I was ecstatic. I was like, oh yes. And we were right smack dab between the two entrances to go down to the lower part. So you had the picnic tables and things, so they had to either pass us this way or go across us and go around us this way. So we had really good foot traffic. It was the best market I've ever had there. And I always say that there's no bad markets, but some of the earlier markets, I've always made my booth fee back, which the fees are $15 for each show. So overall, it's $45. So between the 3 shows that I do, I always make my table fee back and a little extra. Especially like the first year, I was ecstatic. The first day I made my booth fee back for all 3. And I was great because I think the one show was rained out, we got moved, and I only made like $5. So I was like, well, at least I already made my money back, and that $5 was extra. But it was really an excellent show. So we did Christmas in July. We had our Christmas tree up. In the pictures, if you can see, we had, I brought all my gift card holders, my tags, my mug sets. I had some mystery bags I brought. I had all my Christmas ornaments that I had made last year. I had towels, bandanas that were Christmas themed. So I had them all on one side, marked 30% off. And then I had my mystery bags. I had my checkout in the middle with my stickers. And then the other side had all of my other stuff, wristlets, trying to think, bandanas, my shutter boxes, all that kind of stuff. So I had all those up. Within the first 10 minutes, I made my booth fee back for all 3 markets, which was ecstatic. So to give you an idea, we ended up with, I believe it was 14 sales. And I'm looking at my my numbers here. So yesterday, we had 14 total sales. And we had, out of those, when I go by category, we sold 12 gift card holders. I think I only have maybe 5 left. And I had a decent stack of them made for the Christmas market that did not go so well. I was actually shocked by that. I sold 5 gift tags, 2 of my dog keychains, and those came at the last minute before we were ready to break down. So like that was my last sale, was 2 keychains, 2 dog keychains. I sold 3 nose art decals, but those actually got a lot of attention. People were laughing and, you know, and loved it. I sold 2 of the pet ornaments. I sold a dog one and a cat one. Bandanas, I sold 2. Vinyl decals that were not the nose art ones, I sold 2 of those. Vinyl stickers, 10. That was in the running with the gift card holders. The gift card holders by far were the best category. I sold 1 window cling, and I sold 3 wristlets. Someone bought one of my balloon art dog fabrics that I had made, and one of the bees. So super excited. I mean, it was a great show. We were definitely very busy. I didn't get filming any setup because, like I said, it was raining, so we were trying our best to hurry up and get the walls up. And we were, you know, struggling with doing that. So I could not be more grateful that my husband and my son did come with me, because there was no way I would have been able to do that by myself. Who knows? I probably still would have been setting up. It was pretty bad. But yeah, we got in and out of there pretty darn quick. And I don't know if you guys have any nothing bundt cakes by you. They had their booth, I think it was diagonal to us. They were across the pathway. I guess at the end of the market, they didn't sell a lot of their cakes, so they were bringing them around to vendors. So we ended up leaving with a bag of mini little, they call them buntlets, but they were mini bundt cakes. We got a Red Devil's Food, a carrot, a confetti one, and a, what was the other one? Lemon, which I've had the lemon before, and it is fantastic. I love carrot cake, and I do love red velvet, so those are going to be a problem. So we might take them camping with us this weekend. That way we don't feel like we have to eat them all, we can share. But it was super sweet that they came around and gave that to us. Knowing that they can't resell them, they could have just thrown them away, and it was nice that they had given them out to the other vendors. And they were in nice little tote bags too. If I remember, I'll have to show you what they look like. But yeah, I mean, it definitely was a good position. I don't know if it was the Christmas themed stuff that brought people in. I'm assuming that I got the nice placement at the top because I was selling Christmas themed items, and they were trying to move those people up to the top. But I was between candles and I forget who was on the right. I think she sold meat, like smoked meats, something like that. But other than another crocheter, I was the only person selling my stuff. So that was great. No competition. So you either wanted my stuff or you didn't. There was no, you know, but yeah, I did get a lot of people in. I did have one couple of ladies that stopped by, and they were looking for maybe doing some custom decals with me. So I'm excited about that. They have an event coming up, so I told them to reach out. And yeah, we made friends with the security guard. He was super sweet. And yeah, it was really, really good. It was nice to be at the top. So hopefully next one, she had said that she was moving people around this year. So I don't know if I'm going to be back down at the bottom next week or if I'm going to be somewhere else. Or not next week, but the next week I've been there, which will be the August market. And that will be my next market. And I definitely want to, I think the wristlets probably would have done better. I did not bring my big display with my spinning thing because I just didn't have room. bringing Christmas stuff, the little tree, 3 tables. So I think next time I definitely will be able to bring that because I'll have the room. And, it'll work out. It'll all work out. So I'm going to do a couple admin things and then I get to log into work. I don't know that I'm going to do anything here at lunch. I did get an order out. I received the towel order earlier that I told you about. That shipped, and we put that at the post office today. And I also got another request for 2 of the decals. I got those both cut and my husband's delivering those today. So those 2 orders are checked off the list. So we are at good shape right now. And I was super excited because the towel order was not somebody that was a word of mouth or knew me or my husband. Usually it's a family or a friend or a coworker of a friend or something that got referred to me. This was a person, I think, that found me through Google or some other avenue. So I'm super excited and thankful that I'm finally, I think, breaking that wall and I got my first customer that wasn't somebody I knew. So I'll take it. I'll take it. All right, I'm going to let you go and we will catch up tomorrow. Good morning, everybody. It's Friday. I could not be more happy that it's Friday. So just wanted to break in today to kind of give you a public service announcement, I guess. Not like we don't all know that scammers are alive and well and everywhere, I mean everywhere. So I received 2 orders in the last couple days, and the one is legitimate. The other that I shipped already came through yesterday, which was kind of weird. So to start this off, I got the order. It was for a custom hand towel with a monogram. I did it. I thought the name was strange, but why would I question what they want on the towel? It's a custom order. So I responded back to them with like I do with every custom order, just to ensure that I'm giving them a mock-up of what I'm delivering to them so that there is less chance of them saying this isn't what I wanted or you didn't follow my instructions or anything like that. So I put a mock-up of it together and I sent it in an email back to the email that was on the order. And then got a response back and it said, looks great. So, and I put in there, this is customary for every custom order. I like to make sure that I give you what you were envisioning. Please let me know if it's good on this proof and I will work on getting it out to you. And they replied back that it looked good and to proceed. So I did. I made the shipping label and I marked it as shipped, gave them the tracking information. I received another email from them. I didn't actually physically take it anywhere. I just had the label and had it sitting here waiting. Got the label from them, or for them, and I got another email asking the question, is this a hand towel or a beach towel? Which made me go, did you read the instructions or the description? Because it says 16 inches by 16 inches hand towel. All of my hand towels say hand towel in them. So I clarified and I said, nope, this was 16 by 16 inches. It is a hand towel used for, kitchen and etc. They responded back, okay, thank you. And that's it. So I had my husband drop it off at the post office yesterday. Yesterday was a hot mess at work trying to get logged in. I think it was more on vacation than I was. I had a hard time getting into my systems and things. So my whole day was me on the phone with IT and doing stuff. So I did not get to check my email as frequently as I normally do, or at least having it on where I could hear dings if something comes in. If it's something that needs my attention, I can take a peek at it. Probably at the same time my husband was dropping that package off, I got, and those of you who don't know who Stripe is the platform that handles credit card transactions. That there was a dispute with my charge for that hand towel as a fraud. So looking into it, I go into the Stripe account onto the dashboard and they show you all the payment options and stuff. And I don't typically do anything until I see that the payment had cleared, and it did. And it was, sure enough, they used 6 different credit cards before getting that one to clear. They were all declined, and then that was the final one. So I went, oh, it's a scammer. Somebody got somebody's credit card and used it to purchase stuff from my store. So unfortunately, the package went into the post office system. I tried doing the package intercept. I think the whole bill ended up being $17.20 for the actual package for the towel being sent out. It would cost me $18.95 plus postage to stop it and have it returned to sender, because it is still in one of the hubs. It's not going to ship, physically deliver until Monday. So I wanted to at least stop the package. If it was only like $5, that package would be coming back, just on principle. For spite, I guess, just because but I have to now dispute 1720 with Wells Fargo, which is the credit card that was on the fraud alert for this customer. And I feel for the actual customer if this is true. But to the same point, as I'm sitting there thinking, okay, I've had my email hacked before, and I've had my credit card stolen, but I've never had them done at the same time. So that would have to be a perfect storm to actually have a person respond back to me, telling me it looked good, asking me a question about it, and then waiting until the next day to cancel the order in the hopes that it was going to be shipped. So I mean, and it's also that the name doesn't match the email, but the email doesn't have a last name in it. It just has 2 names in it at gmail.com. My husband and I have had that set up for years with our email. Something that means something to me and something that means something to him, and we have a joint email. We also have our separates. When doing custom orders, you're doing them with people's names on them as gifts, things like that. So why would I question that the name was on the towel wasn't matching with who was? So yeah, there were a lot of things that just are very perplexing on this. But I will keep you posted on it. But please, if you do use Stripe or any other form of credit card, just make sure you're verifying all that good stuff. The place that I'm shipping to is someplace in Ohio, which looks like a legitimate place. Verified business. It's not some shipping container where they're going to just send it off somewhere. But they had to dig deep into my products on my website to find the custom order, to specifically order the letter A and what letter they wanted. They could have just picked up like 4 keychains or something small. They actually went through the trouble of personalizing something, which that's to me just seems like somebody wanted a different size and it didn't work out, and now they want their money back and they're claiming it as a fraudulent purchase. So I had to go through, Stripe has this little question part where you can actually submit evidence. So I have like the receipt and all the other good stuff in there, but what a hassle. Like, I'm probably going to be out the 1720 because I have a feeling they're going to go through there and say, well, so-and-so's card, their card was taken and, this was a fraudulent purchase and stuff. So then basically the small business is the one that's going to get screwed. Luckily it was only for $17, but it's still the principle of it. Like, what if it wasn't $17, So just keep your eyes out, people, and make sure that you are paying attention to that kind of thing. So I am going to give you an update of that later when I find out. Of course, I had till the 26th to respond to dispute it, but they have till August to get back to me if it went through. Whatever. So just keep that in mind. Be safe out there and be very vigilant on your charges. And hope that I think the scary part was the fact that they had 6 credit cards ready to go. So that to me is very frightening. But I'm going to leave the vlog here. So thank you for watching. Like I said, I will keep you posted on what happens later. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up or think about subscribing, and come along with me on my small business journey. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, everyone.